So, and there was also been discussed about a little bit of deep dive of that one about the pricing strategies, and we also talked about, check it out, this a few minutes back. That was been there as well too. So this one I want to move to the next question. With this one is about the expertise, like an example. Um, so like an example, there's a lot of sales leader, there's a lot of sales director, um, wanted to build a sales team and run a sales team. And Tung, you have been done a lot of sales work in your career, and you lead a large amount of sales team as well too. And now you are running your own startup as well too. So what will be your top 7 tips for a sales manager uh, who are leading a team, let's say 15 to 10 people, 20 people? So how to lead that sales team for that leader?
Wow. Okay. Yeah, I think this part I also want to discuss is an interesting one. Wow, cell team is the team that to me is can say easy, but also not really easy to drive. If you have experience, of course, you feel it easy. But if not, I think that's a big challenging for you to achieve the target. You need to drive them. Okay, there's some tip. Okay, something that I think I can share with you. First is about you need to create something very background as a foundation for them. Is like the sales target. Sales target is something very clear. You need to have a very clear strategy and clear sales target for them. Because if you don't have this one like in here, I mean clear here, you need to make it become a number, and then that number will be specific for every person and maybe every member. All right, and that one need to be achievable. Okay, achievable, because if you do the sales target and it's not achievable, is like very um, uh, can say is not really make sense. All right, as can be challenging, but it's to be need to make sense. Okay, then if you don't make it make sense, people will lose the interest, and they find that okay, something that is not like motivated to do. So something that if you do, you give them a target that they say, "Hey, with this target, I never achieve it. Okay, I never, ever achieve it." Then you lost the opportunity to drive the team. All right. So first one, you need to set a very clear sales target and achievable one. Second, you need to set a KPI for every individual member in your team. A KPI, very clear. Let's say the sale number you need to deliver every month. How many sale call? How many customer you need to meet? How many telesale that you need to call? Okay. And then what is the email marketing that you need to send? You need to make it become a number. Okay, every week, every day, every week, every month, they need to achieve it. They need to make it. All right, very detailed in that way. So based on that details KPI, you can measure their performance. All right. And the third one, I usually ask my team is doing a very detailed action plan. Detailed action plan, because if you just set just a strategy or give them a very general numbers for them to achieve, sometimes they don't know how to achieve it. Trust me, sometimes and people say, hey, I can do it, I can make it, but a lot of the time they fail. All right, a lot of the time they fail. So it's not about trust or not trust. Okay, I always trust my team. I always trust them 100%. Okay, if they say, okay, I can achieve it, I can make it, sure, I trust you. I trust you. But how you achieve it, I also want to know. You need to let me know how you achieve it by a very detailed action. It's not like just give you a number and then at the end of the month I ask, hey, you achieve it or not? They say, no, this month is because of this, because of that. I cannot achieve it. Okay, and that's a lot of excuse like that, right? So to me, it's like, okay, okay, you guys can achieve it, right? Give me a detailed action plan. Okay, what day, which day, what you want to do, what client, what customer you want to meet, and what is the purpose of that? What is the goal you want to achieve? What is the number you want to achieve there, over there? So that question I only challenge my sales team so that they have to answer properly on that and then make it a detailed plan for me. Because when you have a detailed plan, sure, you don't miss the way. You don't lose somewhere during the time you achieve your target, right? And monitor and meeting every day, okay? Again, monitor, meeting, report, asking why, what, how, this kind of question you keep asking, challenging every day and every week. So, and every week they have to do the plan for the next week. They need to finalize the plan in detail one. Next week, what you want to do, very detailed one. So to me is I'm not one. I don't want to be a detailed CEO, but sometimes this is the thing that I think the CEO some way somehow you need to be detailed for the important part of your business. Maybe some other thing, maybe not really important, like the sale and the revenue. Maybe you put it aside and you can assign for someone else to monitor it. But to me, because I identify sales and revenue is a top priority, the most important one. So I need to spend time very detailed on that. All right. And uh, training some skill and refreshment the team, because sometimes people is like forgetting during the time, even the product training, sometimes they forget, sometimes they cannot make a properly product presentation to the customer. Yeah, especially for those who new in your team member, who new, or maybe the experienced one, and they are long in the team, but sometimes they forget. You need to double check. You need to give them a training. You ask them, you coach them, you product refreshment, asking them whether to make sure that okay they don't forget it. And then the last one, but very important, that you need to do a thing that a critical part of sales team, that you need to say goodbye with those is not really efficient, cannot deliver the result. This is sometimes, as a CEO, we don't want to fire someone. But at the end, this is a very important part to make sure that you have the right team, you have the good team member, that they can motivate each other to achieve the target of the team. All right, because at the end, the other team member, they feel like not fair if you let a person who not really performing well in the organization and they got the same benefit as the others. All right, so to me, the critical part is like when a CEO is fire someone because of the performance, you need to have to make it, even though that's a critical part. It's very hard to do that, but you need to do that. Okay, have to say goodbye and find a new one suitable to the team, and they have more energy, they have more effort, they can meet the target. All right, so that's the thing that I can share.
Thank you, Zung. Viewers, this is the thing. When you are running a sales team, these are the 9 things I actually got. I'm going to go one by one to list it down. Number 1, create individual sales target for your team, everyone. Number 2, make sure that the target is achievable. Don't go unrealistic. Don't be too ambitious too. Make sure achievable. Otherwise, it will hurt the motivation of the team. So remember, if there is no result, your execution will always suffer. Number 3, KPI for every target, every team member per month. KPI means not only about sales target, but also all the other leads which are going to drive the sales. So this is the thing is about, if you're looking for an X number, you have to set it up, how many calls, how many meetings, and how many emails, and how many deal contracting need to go through. So those are the things you have to design a KPI package. Number four, have a very detailed action plan. When somebody is saying they're going to get X, ask them why. Number five, monitor and meet your team. Spend time with your team. Number six, not only just monitor, but also ask why and how, what. Ask those questions about you as well. Not be a person about only the source of answer, but be asking the question, make them contribute to the answer. Number seven, be detailed in your important goals, which is sales goal. So be very detailed about that one. Pay really good attention about it. Number eight, train and refresh your team about your team, about could be product knowledge and also could be sales knowledge as well too. It's very important. A lot of sales team doesn't spend enough time to train the staff. They even many of them are not even join a new team. They don't know. Some of them being there a long period of time don't know all about the product. So and that is one of the reasons they cannot sell the product. And the last thing, the nine, let people go who cannot bring the result, which is hard, but it is the fact. Thank you, Tung, for sharing those valuable points.